Hey, first grade, welcome to your first grade reading lesson, or CKLA lesson. Today is Monday, April 13th, 2020. So for today's lesson, you will need paper and a pencil. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that and go get those materials. As always, we're going to start with our tricky sound spellings. Try to be faster than me. Get ready. Ready, go. Ch. Ready, go. Shh. Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go. Qu. Ready, go. E. Ready, go. I. Ready, go. A. Ready, go. O. Ready, go. U. Ready, go. Ooh, like oops. Ready, go. Like look. Ready, go. Ow. Ready, go. Oi. Ready, go. Ready, go. R. Ready, go. Or. Nice job on those. Okay, so we have some new spelling words. I'd like you to repeat after me and notice that we are really focusing on our J sound this week. Number 1 is jumping. Number 2 is jars. Number 3 is germ. Number 4 is gem. Number 5 is charged. Number 6 is fringe. Fringe is like if clothing has like kind of tassels around it, you might cut some fringe, or bangs could be cut like fringe. Number 7 is magic. And number 8 is a tricky word. The word is your. So go ahead and pause the video. Please write these words down on a piece of paper and then set it aside, because this is going to be something you will send to your teacher at the end of the lesson. You could also put these words in a special place like on your refrigerator to help you practice them. Go ahead and pause the video. So now we're going to talk about the sister sounds D and T. If you put 2 fingers on your voice box, you'll notice that D is voiced, whereas T is voiceless. So D makes a buzzy sound in your voice box, and T is more breathy. So I'm going to say a word that starts with the D or T sound. If you hear D, put a 1 up. If you hear T, put a 2 up. All right, get ready. The first word is tape. Yeah, I heard tape. The second word is dip. Dip. Yeah, I heard dip. The third word is ditch. Ditch. Yeah, I heard ditch. The next word is drill. Drill. That one's tricky. I heard drill. If you go really slow, drill. Drill. The next word is tin. Tin. Yep, I heard tin. The next word is dark. Dark. Yeah, I heard dark. The last word is taste. Taste. Yeah, I heard taste. Nice job listening to those tricky sister sounds. Remember that D is the voice sound and T is the breathy sound. Okay, now we're going to practice our famous spelling pattern in first grade. So in this chart right here, we have some root words, and we're going to add these suffixes or endings. We're going to start by adding ER, which says and then we're going to add EST, which says est. I noticed that both of these suffixes or word endings start with the letter E. So this tells me that they are vowel suffixes. So today I'm adding vowel suffixes to a root word, which means our special rule is going to come into play. So let's look at the first example. The word is wet. I see, let me get my pen. I see a vowel followed by a consonant. I'm adding a vowel suffix. So that means that I need a protector letter before I add the suffix. So in order to make wet say wetter, I need to double the T. W-E-T-T-E-R spells wetter. If I didn't have this T, the word might read weeter, and that doesn't make sense. We want to say wetter. Let's try it over here. If I want to make wet say wettest, then I need to double this T so that there's a protector letter before the E, so that this says wettest and not weetest. This word is wettest. Okay, let's try it on our own. Okay, let's do the next word together. I have my pen ready. This word is hot. Hot. I see a vowel followed by a consonant. So that tells me I'm going to use my rule where I double this letter so I have a protector letter. So in order to make this word hot, say hotter, I'm going to double that T. H-O-T-T-E-R. Woo, I did it. Okay, one way to check this is to make sure that it doesn't say hoter. I go back and I can look and notice the protector letters, so there's no O space E. So this word is hotter. Let's try the same and let's add EST to the word hot to make hottest. H-O-T. Now if I didn't add the protector letter, this word would be hotest. So I need a protector letter so that it says hottest. I doubled that T before I add the suffix. Now it says hottest. Okay, so you're looking at my pen skills here. Let's try one more. This word is short. Okay, in this word short, I see OR, which says or, followed by a consonant T. So this is not a vowel and a consonant. This is a vowel and a consonant and a consonant. So that tells me I already have two protector letters right here. And so I don't need to double any of them when I add a suffix. So to write the word shorter, I just write short, doing my best, plus That spells shorter. And it would be the same thing adding EST to make shortest. I don't need a protector letter. I just get to add EST to make the word shortest. Now it's your turn. I'd like you to write the words on the left here: sad, hard, red, and loud. And I'd like you to add ER and EST to each of those words. Go ahead and pause the video. At the end, you should have 8 words written, 8 new words with ER and EST. Okay, hopefully you were able to do that. And look at this blue star. That means set it aside so you can send to your teacher later. Okay, let's review some grammar. We have statements, which are things that tell information, and they end in a period, like this sentence right here. I like to run. We also have questions, and they ask things, and they end in a question mark, like this. Do you like to run? And my voice goes up at the end. We also are going to introduce today the exclamation point, which you probably already know about. Go ahead and say exclamation point. That's a long word. Exclamation point. Yeah, and that means we're exclaiming something, or that something is really exciting. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add punctuation to these sentences, and we're going to do this together. Number 1, Kate's mom and dad went on a trip. What do you think? Is that a statement, a question, or an exclamation? Yeah, that is a statement because it tells information. Whoop. So I'm going to end it in a period. Okay, number 2. Where did Kate spend last summer? What do you think? Is that a statement, a question, or an exclamation? Yeah, it's a question because it asks something. So we're going to add a question mark. Number 3. Was it a boring summer for Kate? Is that a statement, a question, or an exclamation? Yeah, that's a question because it asks something. So we're going to add a question mark. Number 4 says, Kate had a lot of fun. What do you think? Is that a statement, a question, or an exclamation? This one could be either a statement or an exclamation. Since we just learned about exclamation points, let's go ahead and add an exclamation point. That tells me that I read this sentence with excitement. Kate had a lot of fun. So kind of like that. Number 5, Kate got a Spanish coin from a cave. What do you think? Is that a statement, a question, or an exclamation? Again, it could be either a statement or an exclamation depending on how you want to say it. For this one, let's just go ahead and add a period. We'll make it a statement, a piece of information. Okay, nice job on that. We're going to get going with our story today. Okay, friends, here are some words you're going to see in today's reader. Let me get my pen out for you. Okay, I'd like to start by practicing one of these OW words. So remember how we solve words we don't know. First we look for parts, then we decode, and last we blend. So first in this word, I see OU. I know that says OW. Now I decode. Ow, t. Now I blend. Out. Okay, second syllable. First I look for parts. I see AW. Now I decode. Oops. Sorry. O, ah. Now I blend. Law. Now I can put the chunks together. Out, law. Outlaw. So go ahead and use that process to pause the video and read the rest of these words that you will see in today's story. There is a lot of vocabulary in today's story. I want to point out one important word. The word is outlaws, and that's people living outside of the law, meaning they do not follow the laws. So if you'd like, you can pause the video here and you can read through these vocabulary words with an adult or on your own to get ready for today's story. Follow along with me while I read today's story. It's called Jack's Tale. After dinner, we munched on some ginger snaps. Then Jack shared an outlaw tale. This happened out here in the West a long time back, said Jack, in an age when there were no cars and no planes. Back then, if you had to send a letter, you sent it by stagecoach. The stagecoach was sort of like a car, but it was drawn by horses. There was a place where men could sit inside, but the man who drove the stagecoach sat outside up on top. The man who drove the stagecoach kept the strong box next to him. The strong box was a locked box where he kept the cash. Sometimes outlaws would rob the stagecoach. Those outlaws were bad men. But there was one who some said was a bit better than the rest. His name was Bart. Bart was a sharp dresser. He did his robbing in a jacket and a black top hat. He had the best manners you ever saw. When he robbed, he did not yell and shout at the men he was robbing. Not Bart. He tipped his hat. Then he said, "Excuse me, gents, would you be so fine as to pass down the strong box with the cash in it?" "No," said Nan. "Yes," said Jack. "It's not just a legend, it's a fact. You can look it up." "Did they catch him?" Max asked. "Nope," said Jack. "He came back and robbed the stagecoach lots of times." "Did they ever catch him?" I asked. "Yes, after a long hunt, they nabbed him. They charged him with theft and locked him up for a long time. He did his time. Then they let him back out." Jack said, "Bart shaped up in the end. When they let him out, he said he was finished with crime." "That's cool," said Max. I'd like you to pause the video and go back and reread this story by pausing it and then going back either by yourself or with an adult. So here's the first page. Here's the second page for you to pause and reread. Okay, time for some questions. Number 1, how were letters sent from one person to another delivered in Jack's tale? I want you to go back into the story, try to find the answer in the text. So I'll leave it here for you. Hopefully you found that answer in the text. I did. I found it right here. It says, back then, if you had to send a letter, you sent it by stagecoach. So back in this time, they sent letters by stagecoach. Number 2 says, why did Jack say that Bart was a bit better than other outlaws? This requires you to use some of your background knowledge and information from the text. So I want you to pause the video, go back, and see if you can answer that question. So I went back in the text and I found some helpful information. It says right here, when he robbed, oopsies. Here we go. When he robbed, he did not yell and shout at the men he was robbing. Not Bart. He tipped his hat. So I'm using that information from the text and my background knowledge. I know that when someone tips their hat, they're being really polite. So that tells me Bart is not like the other outlaws. Instead, he is a very polite outlaw. Nice job on today's lesson, friends. Remember to send these 3 assignments to your teacher. A photo of your spelling words that we did at the beginning. Then a photo of your ER and EST words. Remember you had 4 root words to add ER and EST to each one. And then if you're able to send a photo of your or video of yourself reading Jack's Tale, we would love to see your great reading. Thank you, friends. Looking forward to hearing from you. Bye.